I think that there are a lot of layers to this situation that make it feel like this has to be the end. My partner and I have been together for over 9 years, and honestly, the first 4 to 5 years were awesome. I had genuinely never felt this way about anyone in my life, but things started going south after that. I started to realize that he always had an excuse for not helping me cook or clean the house, no matter how much I begged and pleaded for help. He started making me feel like going to see my family was inconveniencing him. He makes snide remarks the whole time and just makes the entire trip miserable to the point of me crying. I know it might sound dumb, but I've even started having panic attacks because of how bad he makes the holidays. He doesn't attempt to communicate in a healthy way, and it honestly feels like he waits until the very last moment to apologize. If he does, I've been at the last straw mark for a few years now, but I always end up forgiving him because, I love him. It's kind of like the saying, when it's great, it's really great, but when it's bad, it's really bad. Okay, so now let's move on to a few days ago when he lost his temper in public over a sandwich. We had the same day off, so we decided to run some errands and go to a sandwich shop for lunch afterwards. Honestly, the first half of the day was great, until it was time for lunch. We walked in, and because it was noon, the place was packed, and unfortunately, there was only one person working, so we had to wait in line for about 20 minutes. Is it frustrating waiting in line that long? Yes, but I tried to make things as positive as I could because I know he gets irritated easily. We kind of overheard the employee tell others in front of us that some ingredients were either completely out or just gone bad. It honestly could have been because of the hurricane outage the week before. We didn't get hit horribly, but some did lose power. I'm also not 100% sure what was going on. Also, for a little backstory, I had an ex who worked at this particular sandwich chain, and he got me onto this sandwich that I've been eating since I was about 18 or 19, and I introduced it to my current fiance, and we just always get the same thing anytime we go there. So finally, it's our turn, and we get everything started: bread, meat, cheese, and throw it in the toaster. She brings it out, and I tell her the next ingredient: lots of spinach. She looks at me and breaks the news that the spinach has gone bad. Bummer. But, whatever. It's not the end of the world, right? My fiancé standing next to me goes, "Are you serious? Dude, this is ridiculous. She did this on purpose. We're leaving. Come on." And then just storms out and leaves me standing in the shop while everyone in the entire place stops and either watches the situation or looks uncomfortable. Just think of how you feel when you see a disruptive customer in a store, but it was my partner. I just want to throw this little side note in here. I have extreme social anxiety as well, and he is absolutely aware of the severity of it. So I'm standing there and quietly tell the employee that he's upset, and I think we might just head out, and she hits me with a, "Nah, if you leave, I'm calling the police." My anxiety gets even worse. The police, what? I look at my phone, and my partner has texted me, "Get that food and we're done." The police, and I'm being broken up with? I texted him that he left me in a bad situation, and he knows how bad my anxiety is, and then the employee hits me with, "I can't believe you would come in here, know that we're low on ingredients, and then waste the little that we have." She's right though. I was seriously just going to get lettuce instead of spinach, but now I'm standing there being threatened by everyone for something that I didn't even do. I get another text from my partner, "Forget it, find someone else to come and get you." Great, I'm now stranded here. I finish building the sandwiches, pay, and try to hide behind my bag of food, hoping that he's still there, and thankfully he is. Unfortunately, he decided to take out his anger on me for about 15 minutes straight. The whole ride home, this man blamed me, told me that I'm not a team player, and that I chose my side. While screaming at me at the top of his lungs, I was bawling. I haven't spoken to him in like 3 days. He sent me a text about how sorry he was, but I'm feeling fed up with all of it. I also have a family event tomorrow that I guess I can't make because he's got the only vehicle, so I'm going to have to disappoint my family once again. I'm just stressed out and I'm not sure what to do anymore. If you've made it to the end of this, thank you for just letting me vent, and if you have any advice, I would love to hear it. Now, for a few comments before the update. Comment 1. Complete side note from the obvious relationship problem. What kind of place threatens to call the police on you for canceling an order halfway through because you decided you didn't want it, after they revealed halfway through they were out of stock of an important ingredient? You mentioned your area was affected by a hurricane last week. The police are probably still busy sorting out that mess, far too busy to come down to a sandwich shop and do what? Arrest you for canceling a food order? Comment 2. All of this is unacceptable. You are not responsible for his behavior, and the clerk, who had every right to be angry at him, had no right to threaten you with the police. Dump him, but don't go back there. Do you know what the police say when they get called out to a restaurant because someone has decided they don't want an order because they were informed after the order began that an essential item is not in stock? They say, "Why the hell did you call us out here? You did nothing wrong." Now, for the update. A month has passed since the sandwich shop incident. My life has been a mess, and not the fun kind. It's been over 3 weeks. And I thought my partner would have calmed down by now, but nope, we're still not talking. Not a word, not a text, nothing. It's like living with a really moody ghost. I needed a distraction, so I signed up for a cooking class at the local community center. I figured if I was going to be miserable, I might as well make some good food while I was at it. The first class was awkward at first, but then I met a few friendly people, including this cool person named Sam. Sam was great, and they shared these hilarious stories about their family and how they handle conflicts. They made me realize that not all families are like mine. Hearing about Sam's family made me feel a little less alone. The cooking class quickly became my escape from this nightmare I call home. I looked forward to it every week, chopping vegetables and stirring sauces while pretending my life was perfect. Everything was going pretty well until one evening after class. I was covered in flour and smelled like garlic, living my best life when I got a text from my partner wanting to talk. I was like, "Are you kidding me? Now?" So, we met at this nearby diner. My partner walked in looking like a total mess, and not the cute kind. They were visibly upset, and I was instantly on edge. We sat down, and my partner accused me of moving on too quickly and not caring about our relationship. Like, seriously? I told them I was just trying to find a distraction and that it wasn't about moving on. I thought they would understand, but nope. Then they suggested that we go to a couples therapy session to work on our issues. I didn't want to, but I agreed because I was desperate for some clarity. The first session was awkward. My partner opened up about feeling unsupported and isolated. I shared my struggles with their behavior and how it crushed my spirit. The therapist guided us through exercises to improve communication, which we clearly needed. After a few more sessions, my partner started showing some willingness to change. It was a small miracle. We began working on household responsibilities together more effectively, which felt like a win. One night, my partner surprised me by cooking dinner, trying to mimic a recipe we learned in class. I appreciated the effort, but I noticed they still had moments of anger that snuck up on them. During one of those moments, we got a family dinner invitation. My partner refused to attend, saying they felt uncomfortable. I decided to go alone because I was tired of missing out on family events. At the family dinner, I confided in my parents about all these relationship struggles. They were supportive and encouraged me to stand firm and prioritize my well-being, which I definitely needed to hear. After returning home, my partner confronted me about attending the dinner alone. I explained that it was important for my family connections, but they weren't having it. They reacted defensively, claiming I was choosing my family over them. I pointed out that their behavior was pushing me away. The argument escalated, and my partner threatened to leave if things didn't change. I was done with ultimatums, so I stood firm and said I wouldn't tolerate that crap anymore. The next day, my partner left for a weekend trip without discussing it. When they returned, the atmosphere felt different, like something had shifted. My partner expressed a desire to try again, but needed space to think. I agreed, but I set some boundaries about communication and respect. We both knew we needed to take a break from each other. A week later, I got a message from my partner asking to meet. We met at the community center where I take the cooking class. It was kind of surreal. My partner admitted they realized the relationship needed serious work, mentioning the importance of mutual respect. I acknowledged the effort and suggested we take things slow. We both agreed to continue attending therapy and focus on improving communication. So that's where I am now. Still a work in progress, but at least we're trying. Edit. A lot of people are asking about the cooking class, so I want to clarify that it takes place once a week on Thursday evenings. It's a basic cooking class, but I've already learned a lot, like how to chop onions without crying and how to make pasta from scratch. It's been a nice break from everything at home. I plan to continue attending, even though my partner has expressed interest in joining, as I don't want to give up this time just for them. Am I the idiot for refusing to attend my ex-boyfriend and former best friend's wedding despite their relentless pressure? 3 years ago, Josh, my boyfriend of about 1.5 years, broke up with me because he had feelings for Anna, my best friend. We hung out a lot, and they said that they eventually developed feelings for one another. They admitted that Josh had been cheating on me. They made a fool out of me. They made me think that everything was okay when it was really not. If they had admitted it at that time, I would have tried to be understanding and support them, but they chose to lie. So I cut them both off. I focused on school and found a job with a good income. Josh and Anna tried to reach out to me at first, telling me that they still wanted to be friends, but I blocked them. Now I am living in the town next to our hometown. I got a wonderful job opportunity, so I moved, but I liked that I was still close enough to visit my parents and other relatives. About a month ago, I heard about their wedding from a common friend. It didn't really bother me anymore, so I just went on with my life. A week ago, I received a message from Anna telling me that she and Josh were getting married and that they would like me to be a part of the wedding party. I replied, "Congratulations. No, thank you." I had no feelings for Josh anymore, and I am even seeing someone else, but I don't want to celebrate the wedding of two people who betrayed me. They were insistent. Josh also messaged me via a different number. Some of my friends also tried to convince me to come to the wedding. I firmly said no. Even my mom called me asking if I was going, and when I said no, she sounded disappointed, but she didn't push it. This is all just quite weird to me. Why would you want your ex-girlfriend and ex-best friend, the girl you cheated on, to be part of your wedding party? The day before yesterday, Anna's parents called me, telling me that they missed me and really hoped I could go to the wedding. I firmly said that I would not be going. Her mom berated me, saying that I should let bygones be bygones and that I should be happy for her daughter. I asked her if I cheated with Anna's boyfriend and then invited her to the wedding. Would she convince Anna to go? She had no answer to this, and I hung up. This is quite getting out of hand because I'm receiving more than 20 to 30 calls and texts a day from their friends and family about this wedding. Any advice on how to handle this? Also, any insights on why they want me to go to their wedding? I don't think it's normal that they are very insistent. To add, hi, thank you so much for all the advice. I didn't think this would get so much attention. I just want to clarify a few things that I read about in the comments, though I'm very sorry that I have not yet read all of them. First of all, my mom is not going to the wedding, but I think she wants to go. That's why she was asking me if I was going. I'm going to talk to her after work. Aina messaged me from a different number. I don't know how she got my number. Also, my hometown is a small town, and most of our friends did know that I was cheated on. That's why this seems so weird to me. I did block the people who were very insistent, including the new numbers of Anna, Josh, and Anna's mom. Also, I keep blocking the people that text me about the wedding, but new numbers just keep popping up, which makes it more weird that people are actually making an effort to get new numbers just so I would attend an ex's wedding. I'm going to talk to a close friend who still lives in my hometown. She hates Anna for what she did to me, and she may know what's going on. That's all for now. Thank you so much for all the advice in the comments and messages. Now, for a few comments before the update. Comment 1. They want you at the wedding to rewrite history. They started their relationship in the worst possible way, and probably think that if you're at the wedding, it legitimizes their start. They couldn't possibly have betrayed you if you are at their wedding. Out of interest, have you asked them why they are so insistent? Part of me would want to go and ruin their day. Wear red. Tell stories about how they got together. But I'd probably just block them all. They're not worth the effort. Comment 2. Stay away from them. Don't even wonder why they are so weirdly obsessing over you being part of their wedding. Tell them to move on. Straight up tell them to stop bothering you. Tell them that they are entering harassment territory, and you will not hesitate to exercise your rights if they don't stop. Yikes. Now, for the update. Just under a week has passed since I told Anna and Josh to forget about their wedding invitation. Honestly, I thought things would chill after I told them off, but nope, they got worse. Like, do they not get it? I started getting daily calls and texts from them. I mean, come on, it's not like I changed my mind that fast. Same kind of stuff from a bunch of mutual friends too. Over 30 messages in a single day. At this point, I had to mute my phone or else I'd be buzzed into a coma. So yeah, no peace in sight. My phone was just constantly buzzing with messages from people urging me to reconsider. Like, sorry, I don't want to celebrate the union of the folks who stabbed me in the back. I talked to my close friend Mia to see if she had any idea why everyone was pushing me. It's like, is there something I'm missing here? Mia mentioned that she heard rumors about a major family issue, but didn't know specifics. So now I'm left thinking, what the heck is going on? I decided to go to my cousin's birthday party that weekend, hoping for a distraction. I needed to get away from the chaos around me. At the party, I saw several family members talking about the wedding in hushed tones. Like, really? Can't we just focus on cake and presents? My aunt pulled me aside, worried about all the pressure Anna's family was putting on me. She was like, "Are you sure you don't want to reconsider?" I learned that Anna's parents were upset about the wedding and felt the need for reconciliation. No, thank you. During the party, I overheard two family friends talking about a recent family tragedy. They mentioned that Anna's grandmother had fallen seriously ill, causing tension in their family. That explained some of the pressure, but honestly, I wasn't interested. My uncle came up to me and asked if I had thought about going to the wedding for family unity. He said it would mean a lot to Anna's parents, given the situation with her grandmother. I politely told him I wasn't interested in going no matter what. He looked a bit disappointed, but oh well. My phone buzzed again with another message from Anna, begging me to come. At this point, I decided to block her number. I just needed to distance myself from the whole situation. A few hours later, I got a message from Josh, saying they just wanted to clear the air. I didn't even bother responding. I was done dealing with them. The next morning, I got a call from a mutual friend, Eric, who seemed stressed. He told me that Anna had been struggling with the wedding planning due to family drama. He mentioned that Josh seemed stressed over trying to keep everyone happy. I found it interesting that they were both so focused on my attendance at the wedding. Like, don't they have enough drama to deal with? I went to a family dinner later that week, where the topic of the wedding came up again. My parents were chatting about how they felt bad for Anna, caught in the middle of everything. My dad disagreed, saying it was a chance to put the past behind us. I just sat there, listening to their opinions, not really knowing what to say. A few days later, I got a text from Mia about a rumor going around. She told me that there were whispers of a possible pregnancy related to the wedding. I decided to ask Mia about what she had heard, wanting details. She mentioned that Josh and Anna were under pressure to start a family quickly. After thinking about everything, I called my parents to let them know I wouldn't be going to the wedding. They were disappointed, but I felt it was the right choice for me. The next day, I saw another text from Anna asking if we could talk in person. I ignored it, knowing I had made my choice clear and had no intention of going back. Edit. I learned that Anna's grandmother had passed away, which was why everyone was so insistent on my attendance. They wanted to honor her memory with reconciliation. After thinking it over, I decided against attending. Everyone respected my decision, albeit reluctantly. I felt relieved to have clarity on the situation. Am I the idiot for cutting off my boyfriend after he blocked me from my dead brother's Instagram account? 6 years ago, my twin brother Sam died in a horrible accident on the freeway. It was one of the biggest accidents in our state. My only comfort is that he died immediately. The police said he most likely had no idea anything was happening around him. Before he died, Sam was a huge social media user, mostly on Instagram and Snapchat. I never followed him on Snapchat, but I followed him on Instagram. He made thousands of posts about his life, friends, family, music. He was an amazing singer. After he died, I would go to his account and just scan through it. I mostly watched a few videos he made where he did a dialogue for English as a second language speakers. He taught English to English as a second language students for extra money. I'd often pretend that he was speaking to me. I know it's not healthy to listen to my dead brother's voice every day, but it just became a habit. A few weeks ago, my boyfriend had been urging me to break free from this. He told me that I needed to move on. I did start. I would only watch one video or even not use my phone until right before I went to bed. Last night, I went to check my brother's account and I saw that it was gone. I was upset. I texted my sister and she said that she could still see his account. My boyfriend told me that he blocked my brother on my account. I was annoyed but simply thought I could just go back to following him. But my brother's account was private and our family couldn't access his account years ago. The reason why he blocked him is because he thought I was in love with my brother and even accused me of being once intimate with him, my brother. I wanted to vomit. He's my twin. We spent every single day together. Even when we grew up, we went to the same university. At the time of my brother's accident, we were roommates. I loved my brother, but not in a sick way. My boyfriend never met my brother. He and I only started dating 2 years ago. But after this, I don't know if I can or should continue this relationship. My boyfriend keeps saying that I should move on, that what he did wasn't a big deal. But it was to me. Our mutual friends agree that I should just forgive and forget, but I feel like I'm grieving again. Now for an update. I kicked him out. I gave it a few days for me to calm down, but this was just a breach of trust. He still thinks I'm overreacting, and I've also cut ties with our mutual friends. They were mostly his friends. This incident made me realize I need to spend more time with my family. I've been chatting more with my sister. After Sam's death, I was a bit cold toward her, but she has helped me a lot these past couple of days. Also, thanks to some amazing people on here, we were able to get into Sam's account. I'm now the owner of it. Thank you all. And lastly, Sam, I miss you every single day. Now for a few comments before the update. Comment 1. What in the actual hell? That was not your boyfriend's call to make. These were memories, videos, etc. that held a lot of significant meaning to you. A major piece of who he was as a person that made you feel a level of connection to him still. You're allowed to remember your past brother in any way you wish. What's he going to do next? Go through the photos you have of your brother and toss them all into the garbage saying to get over it. Telling you that you cannot visit his grave because you have to let go? Forget that. Don't let go. Cherish your past brother. Your boyfriend even accused you of being intimate with your brother. What is actually wrong with your boyfriend? Please dump this unempathetic boyfriend. This is monstrous behavior. Get rid of this piece of garbage human. Sit down with your sister. Go through her account since she still has access to his account and retrieve all the photos and videos you would like to keep of your brother. Your phone will have a screen recording option. And if you're tech savvy on a PC, you can even record the videos on desktop. This was wrong on so many levels. Comment 2. Absolutely heartbreaking to read. Is there a way for you to get access back to the account? You can grieve and remember and cherish your brother at your own rate. You do not need his permission or help. Thank you very much. Please dump this awful person. I'm not a fan of Redditors always going to this conclusion, but this is outrageous and your friends are losers. Get a new group of friends and a new boyfriend, or spend some time alone living your life the way you want, which I'm sure your brother would have loved for you. He has shown you who he is. Don't doubt it. Now, for the update. 2 days after I broke up with my ex, I went to my sister's apartment to talk and chill. After the drama with the breakup, I really needed some time to relax. My sister was super understanding and welcomed me warmly. We spent the evening talking about my twin brother Sam, who had passed away 6 years ago. We shared stories, laughed at his antics, and just enjoyed each other's company. It felt good to be around family and not have to worry about how they felt about my relationship with Sam. My sister suggested we plan a small family dinner to celebrate Sam's birthday, which was coming up soon. I thought it was a great idea, so we got started right away. We posted on Sam's Instagram account, inviting family and friends to the dinner. We wanted it to be a tribute to him and a chance for everyone to get together and share some memories. It felt good to be able to use his account again after I got it back. I had been so worried that I would never be able to access it again. I just wanted to keep his memory alive and make sure his spirit was always with us. So, after we made the post inviting everyone for dinner, my ex's friends started commenting on it, showing their support. I felt a bit conflicted about it, honestly. I mean, on one hand, it was nice that they wanted to be there for Sam, but on the other hand, I didn't really want them around. I just wanted this to be a family thing. While we were planning the dinner, I found out that my ex was still in touch with my sister, which surprised me a lot. I had no idea they were still talking. My sister mentioned that my ex had been asking about the dinner and wanted to know if he was invited. I thought about it for a second, but I decided to keep him out of it. I just wanted this to be a family thing, focusing on people who really cared about Sam. A few days later, my ex sent me a message asking if we could meet for coffee. I thought it would be good to get some closure before the dinner, so I reluctantly agreed to meet him. We decided to meet at a coffee shop, which was a public place, so I wouldn't have to deal with any drama. When I got there, my ex was already waiting for me. He looked a bit nervous, but I guess I didn't blame him. I was pretty much done with this whole thing. He started off by apologizing for blocking my access to Sam's account and explained that he thought it would be a good idea at the time. He said he just wanted me to move on and not be so attached to Sam's memory. I was really upset when he said that. I mean, how could he do that after everything? I told him that my bond with Sam was strong and purely platonic, and he had no right to interfere. He then suggested that we could work things out between us. I shut him down immediately, saying there was no chance of that happening. I didn't want to be with someone who didn't understand me or care about my feelings. The day of the dinner arrived, and I had prepared a special toast in Sam's memory. I wanted everyone to remember how amazing he was and how much we all loved him. My family gathered at my sister's place, and the atmosphere was filled with laughter and nostalgia. Everyone was sharing their favorite stories about Sam, and it felt good to know that we were all in this together. Just as we were about to start the dinner, my ex showed up uninvited. I was so annoyed. He claimed he wanted to pay tribute to Sam as well, but I wasn't buying it. My sister was caught off guard but allowed him to stay, not wanting to create any drama. I appreciated her not wanting to create a scene, but I was really upset. My ex made a heartfelt speech, but I found it so fake. I could see right through him. Tension started to build during the dinner as my ex tried to engage with me, but I stayed distant. I wasn't going to let him ruin this special occasion for me. My brother made a joke about how my ex wasn't family anymore, drawing laughter from everyone. My ex clearly got upset, but I just stayed calm. I wasn't going to let him get to me. As the night went on, I decided to reveal a secret about my ex. I pulled out my phone and showed everyone an old text conversation between my ex and one of his friends. The text included my ex making rude remarks about my grief and my relationship with Sam. Gasps filled the room as my family heard my ex's words, and he turned red with embarrassment. I explained that this was part of why I ended things, to show my family the truth. My ex tried to defend himself, but I cut him off, insisting that he leave. My family rallied behind me, making it clear that they supported my decision. My ex stormed out, feeling humiliated and betrayed. I didn't care though. I was just grateful that my family had my back. We shared a moment of unity, appreciating the strength of our bond. After my ex left, we finished dinner, sharing more stories about Sam. The night ended with everyone promising to keep Sam's memory alive together. A week later, my ex sent me another message asking for another chance. I read the message but chose to ignore it. I was done with him. The drama with my ex was finally over, and I was ready to focus entirely on my family and healing. Thank you for reading. Mini update. The family dinner for Sam's birthday was a success. It brought us closer, and we shared many memories. My ex tried to ruin it, but my family supported me. If you like this video, you'll probably like these too. Also, while you're here, please consider subscribing. It's your support that keeps this channel alive and allows me to make better and longer videos. Have a great day.